So as a photographer, I've been really lucky because the North Shores, it's the center of the whole surfing world, you know, and being able to live here, I haven't had to absolutely travel. I could just live here the whole year, and I'm still able to shoot, you know, the best waves in the world, the best surfers in the world, and everything else. And we are going to head down to Beach Park and see if there's anything going on. Small, but hopefully fun surf. Sun's popping. Looking good. Got my coffee. I've been on the North Shore since 1975. Hard to believe. I think that's, what is that, 35, 6, 7 years? I don't know. Somewhere past 35. Long time. Rent's sure gone up, I'll tell you that. A few 100,000 more people. Hard to tell how it looks today. It's a little sloppy. It's definitely one of those mornings you're not racing out there for perfection. I have been coming here for so long, shooting the same things. It's a wonder I still have any sort of excitement about the place. But thank God every day is a different day, and it looks differently every time you come. Yeah, I've walked this path to pipe about 1,000,000 times. The photographer-surfer relationship is definitely one of the most important things in this particular industry. Connor, how you doing, dude? I'm a pretty fun guy, and I'd have to say that's probably half the reason for my success. I'm laid back. I don't get kind of stressed about anything in particular. I just kind of flow with it. I called you yesterday. Oh. Yes, I did. He just told me that you guys were doing something. So ugly. Come on, really? You know what? This is almost a better angle right here because you can get both. How was I supposed to know? I love singing, and I don't know how good I am, but I love it. I'm a crazy music addict. I mean, I just listen to music all day long. It's the kind of job you have to be pretty disciplined because you could go weeks without shooting, maybe more. But when it's on, nothing else matters. You got to be ready to go. How was I supposed to know? I hope they do some errors because these barrels are just not big enough. Come on, Nate. For me, the barrels aren't, well, you're loving anything. That's the good thing about video. You just get a long barrel, even if it's 4 foot, it looks insane. Nice little air shot of Nathan. I like it. Oh, darn it. Should have got one shot before that lip went over him. I always think about how half of the year I literally go out my backyard to shoot, really. And then the other half of the year I have to go to the other side of the world. The best shot is waiting right around the corner. I was just thinking one of my favorite shots is the one that just got used for the poster for the Billabong Pro. And that was sitting in my files for years because there was a helmet in the foreground that kind of ruined the shot from another photographer. And I had a friend come over the house who was a Photoshop genius and basically got rid of it in about 5 seconds. And we hit the contrast button, and all of a sudden I realized it was one of the greatest photos I ever took, which within a week after showing it to Billabong, it was picked up for next year's poster. But the whole feel of it, the whole vibe of Andy just paddling back out after a great wave and just looking in and seeing this beautiful unridden wave coming at him. And that was just, you know, that was kind of a really great moment to be there and to actually see that and to, you know, capture it. All right, Greg.
I'll hit you up if we do dinner, huh?
Yeah.
I'll try to call Bruce.
I would be stoked. Okay. It's absolutely everyone in my field of vision. Back up, you guys. Come on, make this easy. Look excited and happy. You're having, come on. We need a little volume with it. So come on. All right, good job, good job. As far as surf photos go, I think my most iconic shot is the Nathan Fletcher photograph from Tahiti, from Code Red. And it almost didn't happen because the boats all had left the harbor and I was stuck there. I had to go back to my house, get a ride on a jet ski, take me out there, put me on another boat. Luckily, I found one. I got on the boat, got in the best seat in the boat, and I was so stoked until the first set came. And then I was just terrified because it was just so incredibly scary and dangerous and everything else. And I think the reason that photo is so great, not that all the other ones aren't great either, but what made this one so special was we were the last boat to get over that wave. So we sat inside the longest.
and we were actually looking in the barrel at the end of that wave, and we were able to see all the whitewater behind the barrel. And it was just like 5 stories high. And I think that's what gave it sort of that David and Goliath effect, you know? I mean, it's just that wave was never meant to be ridden by a human, and it just so happened that Nathan got pulled into it and had no choice once he was in it.
We had a magic session, right?
Mm-hmm.
And see, that was really the wave of my life.
You don't have to be a surfer to get this one.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
I understand that that's a compromising position. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Nathan.
For the rest of my life, this is all overtime.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I say too about the photo. It's like, that's the best photo I'm ever going to get in my whole life. And everybody's like, oh, don't say that. And I'm like, no, I'm totally okay with that. It's like, you know what I mean? I'm just looking at it like, now I can relax.
Luckily for me, I've got Free Surf Magazine, which I'm the photo editor. So now all my photos, I know if I get a good photo, it's going to be used. That part's really great. The other thing I've got going for me is I've got, years and years history of shooting all the best surfers, like you said, of the golden years and everything else. And, the one thing while I was shooting all these different countries and traveling, I made sure and do lots of lifestyle, lots of scenics, lots of art, kind of creative stuff. And all that stuff is what's keeping me going. I would say the biggest thing I've got going now is selling prints to individuals and hotels and things like that. Between that and trying to stay relevant, keep swimming out at Pipe and keep shooting and doing everything else, that's kind of my 10-year plan. I know now it's like no one can, ever get in the way of me shooting. That's when it's on, nothing else matters. You got to be ready to go. You got to be ready. And when it's on, you got to be on. And that's pretty much it.